Hello, and welcome back to round two of Don't Table Flip, a Marvel Crisis Protocol tournament hosted at Southern Heights Brewing in Austin, Texas. I'm Zach Cohen, and I'm here with,
Andrew Svor.
and we're going to
No,
be
that
talking
sounded
about
like
this
a
game.
voicemail greeting. I apologize.
He's very formal. The man's a lawyer.
Uh, I don't think you can legally say that. If you're a lawyer, you got to tell me if you're a lawyer. Sorry.
Anyway, we're talking about this game here, round two, between Phil on the left and Kenneth on the right. So on the left here, we've got Phil running Brotherhood of Mutants. From top to bottom on deployment, he's got Mystique, Nick Fury Jr., Pyro. Then there's that terrain, and under the terrain, we got the Nick Fury Grunts, Juggernaut, and Toad at the bottom of the screen. For tactics cards, he's got Patch Up, Brace for Impact, Do You Know Who I Am, Eye in the Sky, and Pyrotechnics. And then on the right, we've got Kenneth playing Criminal Syndicate, and again, from top to bottom on deployment, he's got Kingpin, Lizard, Amazing Spider-Man, Bullseye, and Black Cat. And for cards, he's got Survival, All According to Plan, Brace for Impact, Indomitable, and Shadow Organization. Phil's got Prio. They're on Spider Infected and Extremis, so locked at 17 threat. Before we start, Andrew, any thoughts about these squads?
Yeah, what is this handwritten crisis? This looks like a suicide note or something down here at the bottom
I
right.
bet that's survival. Because like it comes with
Oh, okay.
Apocalypse, so people almost everyone's either printing it out or handwriting it. That's got to be what that is.
Sorry, that frightened me.
Kenneth's
No,
trying to get
I
us a
haven't
message.
played. I played Phil's Brotherhood one of these rounds. Not maybe like this list. I mean, I haven't. It's been a long time back in the day when Brotherhood was everywhere. But this Mystique Brotherhood, I've only played a few times. But it seems to work. He seems to know what he wants to do with it. And then as far as Colonel Syndicate's boring to me.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't like him.
Kingpin, who cares? Snooze.
I
Amazing
agree with you.
Spider-Man's a cool inclusion there. Just like super fast, he can go potato on any point on the board he wants. Plus,
Yeah,
it's
which is
spider
cool. But then
infected,
at the
so
same time, I'm so used to seeing Rhino there somewhere. I don't know. I like Rhino
yeah.
and criminals, but
I wonder if it's just a threat math thing.
yeah,
Um,
probably.
I agree that I like Rhino a lot in Criminals too, but maybe he's worried about like, do you know who I am, Rhino, into people as just a bowling ball, or I don't know. We'll find out.
Yes, I played Apocalypse this whole time, and he bowling balled into my team multiple times, which I wish had not happened. So I know how that works.
Yeah, dangers of big guys. All right, so we're gonna start up
All according to plan, the
with
only one.
the
Only one.
handshake
Oh,
in
and I get
just a
Shadow.
second.
Oh, yes, Shadow too. Okay.
So
Two.
they're
Oh, and
going.
Survival.
They're
Actually,
very
lots of
loud. So
yes.
I'm gonna
I had
turn
three
them
actually.
down in my
All right.
headphones a little bit.
Let's have a good game, man. Yep.
All right, and there's the handshake.
Oh,
So
there's the handshake.
All
And we
right.
learned
clock
nothing from COVID.
Okay. All
is
right.
starting
We're
up. The
starting with
clock
Nick
is
Fury.
cropped
Yep.
out of the
Should I
top
start with the grunt?
of the screen a
Yep.
little bit, but looks like we got the Fury grunts going to grab the middle. I'm kind of maybe it's the terrain. I'm surprised this isn't Juggernaut, considering that under Mystique leadership he can safe grab
Still two. Oh,
because
still
he can
two. Okay.
walk, walk, grab, slide
Give him a
back.
little bit more. Yep.
Oh yeah, you get a power when you do the thing, right?
Yeah, you get the refund.
Mix it up.
I
We got
forgot that's your
grunts doing
leadership.
it.
All right. And this was what we're doing.
I just feel like Nick Fury grabbing
Fire
something
teammates. Okay, so we don't have to worry about
in the
it.
danger
We're gonna
zone
focus
grunts is what they're
on
designed to
Yep.
do.
Plate scrolls last round.
I feel like
All right.
people played them that way a lot, but Fury's damage output when he gets to start an activation with the grunts on the table within three of him is like the highest of any four threat in the game.
No,
And
no, you taught me kill his grunts. I know that. I've
yeah,
learned.
so I feel like I really like having them grab like
Push it right
something in the
back. Mystique
back
leadership. Yep.
rather than like so that they're still holding something, still kind of doing their job, but being able to be in the fight round two. Because
No,
like I
yeah.
would expect an Amazing Spider-Man to come up here, wallop them, and assuming that he kills them, be able to web swing and pick up the spider. That's a play I've done a few
Wherever
times.
they push it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Because if
Because
he,
they,
Kingpin.
assuming he kills him, he gets the two power he needs to web swing, and then he can pick up the book,
yeah.
or not book, the infected. Alright, so we got Kingpin
Lizard.
holding an
Oh, that's
extract.
Kingpin, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
I
the
get
fat
confused by
one.
the two boring models up top. My bad.
Both wearing white. Oh, one of my headphones just died.
Toad? Yep.
You only need one.
Yeah.
You don't need the oral depth perception.
Dunk, dunk.
Toad, you picking up?
One of there.
Yeah, Toad's picking up and going on to the point, which makes sense. There's not anyone down there that really threatens him. Like, Black Cat's not making an attack into him this round. Bullseye might be able to from there, but I think it's unlikely. So might as well
My
put him
Toad
in.
died round one every single game this tournament.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, I get one die.
MCP dice are figments.
Got a 0. They're dead.
Alright, so that's dead grunts, but from Bullseye, so Phil's going to get a chance to grab that rather than doing the ASM play where he can just kind of get at them wherever the extract ends
Actually
up.
do something with them.
Yeah.
Oh, man, look at that. Look who's going to pick that up. It's almost, you knew. He's going to get it anyways.
Do you know who it is?
I do know who it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's Pyro. It's actually it's Pyro.
Oh, shit. Your Toad how many games was that your Toad died round one in?
Like 3 or 4?
That's insane. I feel like he is usually pretty good at, like, avoiding just dying round one. Like,
Yeah, well, when
Slippery's kind
people
of
start
good.
rolling 6 hits on 5 dice, things happen. Bad time.
Rolling well is the best strategy in Marvel.
But he was Death Horseman every time, so that's 3 evolution tokens. I'll take it. It's fine. We'll
Okay.
get covered.
How have you been finding Apocalypse?
I like him, man. I know. Here's the deal. I don't know if he's a power piece. You're more of a meta guy than I am. I think he's fun to play.
He does
fun
look
to
really
build
fun.
for.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of different schools of thought. With the way I was watching Vince announce, they were like, "Oh, Pestilence is number one by far." But for me, Apocalypse doesn't have war or famine. I agree. Pestilence is good as a horseman.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If he doesn't have war and famine, I just think it's bad because war is, for me, is how he has his big personal threat. Famine, he needs to move. I don't know. I think there's so many arguments for what's good and what's bad. I think arguably death is by far the least relevant. It's nice, but it's not necessary.
I wonder if they were meaning that Pestilence was just so important for the squad rather than for him in person. I don't know.
It does. It's the best horseman, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like that horseman, the Pestilence horseman, could do so much because you can just double walk and then poop on everybody.
Yeah.
Needing to do 1 point of damage and just do what? Sorry.
No, I interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just Pestilence. Not that this is a game about horsemen, but still, Pestilence is good. Don't be wrong. The ability to just walk up, and if you get both in one round, that's super value, right? If you can, one guy can walk up and put out root, and the other guy can do a damage or put out poison. I mean, it's because he wants, he wants people to have, effects on them. What the hell are they called?
Conditions. Yeah. Pause for a sec. Hold that thought. I like this play of putting Pyro on the back point with Amazing Spider-Man able to just like walk over and contest it under Kingpin. This at least makes sure that Phil is going to tie that point at least. Or Amazing Spider-Man can just come over here and steal that secure from Tide and make that a win. But I like the Pyro positioning on Phil's part.
I don't know where else you put him.
Oh, there's the argument of like throwing him towards Kingpin, and just like, and actually now that I say that, I do kind of like going to set Kingpin on fire so that Mystique can just shred him because he can't reduce damage against him. Never mind, I don't like this move anymore.
Okay, because he has to pay to reduce, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mystique's actually pretty.
Anyways, before I had my stroke, yeah, Apocalypse on conditions, so Pestilence is good, but I just don't think it's clear cut like, oh, it's the best. It's context is important.
Mm-hmm. Context in MCP content and not just making like wide declarative statements? Couldn't be me.
No, yeah, you don't want to do it. But also, that's something about Apocalypse too. Is I haven't found a spot where I really want to splash. I want to bring Horseman. Like if I could bring a Horseman, I want to bring a Horseman.
I know some people were playing Pyro with him, and that seems pretty cool. Just like being able to dump a ton of conditions out real quick.
maybe if I'm at like 20 or 19 points or something. What do we got here?
Got the rapid fire.
Mystique and the Kingpin.
Yeah, it's hard to see the dice here. Something happened with the export from the GoPro that we unfortunately don't have the highest quality, but it looks like a pretty hot roll. Hard to tell exactly. Although, actually, I think that's 3 damage that just went on Kingpin.
I'm blocking 2 this time.
Kingpin's blocking
Block
2
2.
here, but that's at least 2.
I'm blocking 2. I'll spend 1 to reduce. You cannot spend.
Yep, he tries to spend 1, cannot do that, and I think that's another 3 into Kingpin.
Oh my god.
Damn, if Pyro had gone over and incinerated him, that might have been a dazed Kingpin.
No, that was.
But that's pretty sick. 1 action from Mystique, putting Kingpin to 1 health. Presumably Lizard's going to heal him off the console, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's something. And I was watching a taco truck game when they're doing some second wing games. I think if you're gonna bring extremis, you got to like almost practice using them because I know I forget to use. I take it in the apocalypse, so I don't play very often, and I forgot to heal a lot of times. And healing other people, and I think I watched the game. Other people forgot to heal, and I just think it's super powerful that you almost have to practice playing that scenario.
And knowing when to rotate just for like healing twice can be huge.
Yeah.
So at the end of round 1, it is 5-4 in favor of criminals. Phil's still got Prio here, and I think it's Mystique just dazes Kingpin.
Yeah, 1000%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know any other play that you do here.
Yeah, if she can do it in 1
Do you
action.
possibly? Do you think about using the double turn thing here? Do you have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6.
Oh, stealing Prio? I don't.
Is it just way too early to do it? I don't play criminals. I'm just thinking about because Kingpin's dead.
Yeah. I don't know, because yeah, it would be like all of Kingpin's power and all of Bullseye's, and you could like maybe leave 1 on Black Cat.
Oh wait, we didn't do spider.
Maybe that's just 2 because he's gonna die. You just swing back the next turn. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're better off just saving the power because otherwise Kingpin's got a really mopey turn.
We'll just leave it.
With Prio, especially because he's not in range 2
you have priority, so you start. Okay.
Of Mystique, so he can't really do anything.
We forgot the scenario that started round 2.
What was the die roll for just then?
It was the Mystique shot into Kingpin, but then they realized that they forgot to roll for Spider Infected first.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we not doing Spider Ghost first? Or are we not doing it? Well, you want to do it?
So they're figuring out whether they should do it or not. I mean, this is always
Okay, so
a tough thing.
Kingpin's dead regardless. We're just gonna figure out how we're gonna do this.
Yes.
Because he was talking about placing the spider infected.
You have priority, so you go first.
Yeah, Kingpin died from that roll. The question is whether they completely roll that back after rolling the spiders. Like, if he moves, because that could potentially impact things.
What is that call from a judge standpoint? I don't even know.
What is what?
Is there a judge call for that? Like, if you skip the spider infected, go to a roll, is there a judge call?
There's not like
a standard way to do that?
Now for yours, so Kingpin, which is irrelevant, but
it's a missed effect. So theoretically, it's kind of up to the players of whether you do it again. I think in this case, given that it was like 1 action, I would probably like just roll back that attack, do the spider infected, and then have Phil start again. But again, it's up to the players.
Redo the attack. Yeah, it's weird to me to keep the attack. That's what, if you're gonna reverse, you gotta reverse everything.
That's my thought. But again, like I said, there's really no standard rule for what to do when you forget the rules.
All right. And so Mystique has a thing. Does she just GTFO here?
I would, because I mean, it doesn't matter if you're on that secure versus Lizard because he's got Kingpin leadership. Looks like he's doing the Spender into Lizard though. Yeah, I would have liked just running away with her.
Right.
Against
and then
Kingpin,
that frees up. Then that freed up Pyro to move then too. Can she make how long doesn't probably get there?
Yeah, I can't tell if she would get there or not. But against Kingpin, like playing against that leadership is so much about playing the extracts and focusing your fire to control secures on like specific parts of the map, and knowing where you can do that is so important. And like Mystique obviously cannot control that secure. She can't kill Lizard, so run away with the extract and keep that victory point safe.
And he's almost guaranteed to lose priority because he killed Kingpin early. So yeah, I'd leave.
Go Bullseye.
So he's going with Bullseye.
I'm gonna walk till I'm in 4. Okay. We're gonna spend 2
He's
to get
measuring out
She not
that.
stealth?
She does have stealth.
You've already.
Oh, okay.
Kenneth seems to not know that, and Phil.
I think he
He's
just said
not-
he has stealth.
Okay.
I was gonna walk back. I've done that shameful thing before. You walk up, you try to make attack, doesn't work. Like, yeah, I meant to do this.
Yeah. And I don't know if the video just froze. Did it?
Maybe they're just very still. I do think
Okay, I think they're
very
just
still.
very still. Yeah. I wonder if no wait, Phil is like one of the nicest people in MCP, and the way he stuck his hand out there, I couldn't quite hear what he was saying, but I wonder if he was offering Kenneth a take back there.
Oh, okay. No,
looks
I
like
had
no.
never met him before.
Yeah,
I never met him before. You guys had talked him up. Honestly, one of my favorite opponents in the game. He was.
He lives
awesome.
in Illinois, but he's old college buddies with Brett, so we always see him at Second Wind and
Which is the
Adepticon
most
and
suspect part about him, but he ended up doing okay.
No one can be perfect. But yeah, he's an honorary Austinite because of all that. Part of A-Force, but the A is Austin in...
whoever came up with that slogan is just a genius, and he's smarter than a genius. I don't know what above it that is.
A super genius, I think.
Oh,
a lawyer.
My bad, yeah, exactly.
A lawyer, yeah.
No, that is not true.
We had Juggernaut fighting Amazing Spider-Man, which is not really a fight that Juggernaut wants to do, I don't think.
I would agree with you.
Spend 3 for another tough Juggernaut. Boom.
Because yeah, it was a walk, throw a big punch. Looks like he got 2 through witty banter, which is pretty decent, and a slide for a 3rd. I guess like if you are going to attack ASM, just big dice pools is the way to get through all the rerolls, but Juggernaut only getting to really throw 1 big punch in a turn isn't ideal.
You think there's a play to shuffle Juggernaut to the back point? Just try to one-shot Bullseye?
Is that his builder or?
That depends how big that terrain is, right? Because if that's a 4, he can't slide through it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, and I think you'd have to kind of get in a straight line to get to Bullseye. But there might be room to go like up, just due north, and then
Who's
or like
throwing
slide.
8 million dice here?
It's got to be ASM doing a web swing in place.
6
or a spender.
6. One shot.
That's
right?
2, 4, 6, 8,
All right,
10 dice. That's got to be a spender where he hit 2 crits.
And he one-shot Toad. I know
One-shot
exactly what
Toad.
that's like.
Yep.
I honestly know what that feeling is.
Let's see. It doesn't look like he
Baltimore travel pot.
Theoretically, I feel like he should have 1 more power from the crit, but maybe I don't have a great sense of how much he actually had to start with. But yeah, he played on his phone, healed 1, and there's no one else there who can do anything. So that is that's criminals winning that point, which frees Black Cat up to rotate down to the west point over there and take that from Pyro. This has turned pretty badly against Brotherhood. Criminal, like, Kingpin is sitting so happy right now.
Which is funny, because when you daze Kingpin, right, but he's still sitting up there and he's not getting much out of it. Yeah, this does seem bad for Brotherhood, I agree with you.
Where is Nick Fury?
He got pushed? No, that's a Sentinel. I had no idea.
Yes, he did. He's behind the back.
Oh, yeah.
He's over by that rock, like, to the left of that Extremis point.
We need a telestrator so we can circle.
We do. I guess we have my cursor. I can point.
He's almost off the board.
Yeah.
Such is life. All right, we'll do the...
Okay.
Well, I guess I can only hit 1. I guess I'll do the range 4 attack then.
So it's a Pyro's kind of desperation shot into ASM. He's got no power for witty banter, at least. So if you hit the wild, the incinerate will stick.
I'm blocking 3. Cool. All right, well, I got the wild.
Blocking 3 without rerolls. That's awesome.
Okay. Gainer.
He did get the wild, though, so that's going to be ASM and Black Cat on fire.
Let me take a look real quick. I always
which
forget how that
is at least a
so,
start on.
when character targets enemy character attack, after attack resolves, the
You're
target
gonna
character has
need
a
Phil's my
these.
kind of character. Let's read the rule now and see if we did
All
it.
right, one.
This is how I play.
And then
Hey, better to read it than just
then
assert you know how it
put,
works and
root
get
and
it
flow
wrong.
on. Amazing.
Dude, that's white man confidence right there. That's what you need to do. You just, yeah, this is what happened. I get 4 rerolls with Cable.
No damage,
That's what it says on the card. Don't read
If you
it.
say it confidently enough, I bet you get by some people.
Goes lizard.
Dude, that's got confidence. All right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
See what we can do.
So in those cases with Amazing Spider-Man, where you're already blocking anything, if you've got any free dice, I love just re-rolling them anyway to fish for the crit to get the power out of it.
Yep, that makes sense.
3.
This is Lizard smacking Mystique, getting nothing but hitting the push.
Get away from here.
That do anything?
And then end of turn.
Yeah, I don't know that I would take the push. I mean, it depends on what Kenneth wants to do with priority, right? Because, like, leaving her where she is allows Kingpin to start and just wallop the shit out of her. But he's also got the option of, like, ASM trying to finish off Toad or something else. Like, do something in that big cluster on the bottom. So...
I mean, that was such a spiky round 1. I don't think Mystique follows that up if you let her have another round of it.
I mean, you don't want to give her the chance, right?
Fair.
Yep.
Okay, we got a Mystique token coming out on that secure.
From famous Brotherhood of Mutant, Nicholas J. Fury.
He, look, having an eye patch makes you a mutant, I guess. That's probably offensive to someone. I don't know.
1,000%. I don't know. So what, people with eye patches or mutants?
Oh, I'm okay offending mutants.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Black Cat can probably make it to that, yeah, and just remove that token.
I'll grab the info. Yeah.
We did it.
So that's criminals controlling all 4 secures and 3 extracts. That's a 7-point round.
Do we know how long this game lasts? Is this a...
Oh, it's short. And I mean, you guys are seeing, that's no spoilers to everyone because you're seeing the length of the YouTube video. It's a short
Oh, yeah, down there, my bad, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got my 3. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, you don't want to see 11-7 against criminals. That's probably a bad day.
Yeah, because I mean, one more round of that, and that closes out the game. So Phil's got a lot, and Phil doesn't have Prio now, so he's got his work cut out for him to stop this. Okay, so...
Alright, so you kill Kingpin.
Well, Kenneth has Prio.
Is there a better play after that? No, I'm saying back, if you rewind.
Oh.
So after he kills Kingpin, ASM goes, kill, you can't do anything about that. Oh, no, Bullseye went after that, right?
Yeah, Bullseye walked, realized he was out of stealth, and just walked back to the point. So effectively a pass.
Okay, what's your play then? What's the better play?
I think it's what we mentioned with Juggernaut going after Bullseye.
Okay, yeah.
Because if Juggernaut,
I think if he walks and slides like north, he can be within 2. And
I think he needs
one
to
shot and he'll have enough power to
slide
slide forward again.
So that he
that's
can
fine,
then walk like across the terrain, and then he might need to like one-shot Bullseye and hit the push so that he can can slide again onto the point.
I agree with that.
Good, you would have shoved your Narnia, and then.
But even then, right? Like ASM could just follow him because Juggernaut doesn't have an extract, or he does have an extract. But instead of killing Toad for the extract, he could have just followed Juggernaut to take the secure back. So. Who knows?
Okay, and then for me, you have couple.
Yeah, but then a lot of stuff happens, right? Then you're not...
Right, then Toad's alive.
Then you can't... Black Cat can't go to the back point as easily, probably.
Yeah.
Pyro doesn't have to... I don't know. I think it... Yeah. That ended up being a little bit of Quagmire that kind of screwed him up here at the bottom.
Yeah, he's locked in this fight where he really can't afford to be locked in that fight.
Fury getting pushed twice is unfortunate for him as well.
Advance him too. Yay.
Or advancing, rather.
Yeah. See, I don't think I like that. I think I would want to keep ASM somewhere where Juggernaut can just slide into him for free damage.
And then you can play your tactics card. Yes,
I'm pretty sure that Spire's a 3. I want to say it's a 3 that he's on top of there. I've played on this board too much.
That's the right choice. Yeah.
The terrain.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy?
We start with me, so we're not going to
I can't see your cursor, so I'm going to assume you're pointing to the mountain effect that is closest to the purple thing.
The one closest to Juggernaut.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that is a size 3.
I think he's slide through. I don't think he'll make contact with Spider-Man, but still.
Kenneth played Shadow Organization here. I'm not 100% sure who he played it with. Yeah, it's like super stealth. You got to be within range 2 to target them with an attack.
A pretty sneaky sis of Criminal Syndicate.
Yes.
So I will shoot black.
It might have just been Kingpin, honestly, because Black Cat still has 2 power, where she would have been on 0. Bullseye seems to be on the right amount of power, but also I just don't know why you would play it on Bullseye. No one's attacking him. And Lizard and ASM can't.
Got 2. Trick. You got 1.
So this is...
Walking 2. Okay, you're good. And if I can't roll them, re-roll them.
Were we wrong about who had priority? Oh, because Toad died.
Yeah, he probably flipped it when he... Yeah.
So Phil does still have priority, and this is... This is Fury going into Black Cat.
Okay.
So the Grunts did 3, which, great start. Fury's got to put 2 into an incinerated Black Cat.
I feel like that should happen, but MCP dice are evil.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to, like, quote-unquote guarantee the kill, you do a gainer that gets you 3 power, you lead from the front.
Yeah, so lead from front will do it for sure.
Nick will do his Fury special gainer. Okay.
Or...
I hate doing those when I know I have to do the spender.
Yeah. There's always the greedy option where you just go for, like, 2 gainers and you keep Eye in the Sky up.
I got Pierce. Yes. Can I modify?
And that's where I get to these.
I believe you can.
I think this is... We got 3 with a Pierce against 2, so I think that's just a Dazed Black Cat.
Yeah, I think they were questioning whether or not he can modify Black Cat's dice, but he can.
Fury is holding one already, and the Grunts have already activated, so can't get that. But putting it over there allows for either Toad or Pyro to go get it. Then, I mean, his second action, I think he's got to just walk back onto that secure, honestly.
Yeah.
Thinking about going. Although, yeah, Oh no, because they're both within 2 of each other. Mystique can't play her card. Oh, he didn't even bring the Mystique
there goes.
card. Yeah.
Oh, Deception?
Whatever it is now, the like not Deception anymore. It's Deception that only works on unactivated characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Phil didn't bring that, so it's not a concern. ASM being on fire does open up a pyrotechnics later, which can be a pretty big deal to get that extra and get him off a point. As long as Pyro can catch.
We were doubting this. There's all these big brain plays this turn that like are available.
Yeah. So let's see, what other cards? Okay, just Rhino doing Kingpin things. Throw Mystique, walk onto the point. He's healthy, counts double. Just Kingpin things.
Do you know who I am is still good? I mean, if you save it for last, chunk somebody. Send somebody to Narnia.
Yeah, that's his only way to move Rhino. Or a Lizard, rather. Just, you don't really want to be double stacking your characters when you need to be scoring more points. Like Juggernaut being down there could... looks like it's Juggernaut going after ASM, though.
I feel like since I have Do You Know Who I Am, I don't want to go early in the turn with Juggernaut, but I could be wrong.
He's gonna punch you. Alright.
I mean, it's tough, right? Because if you are going to do violence against ASM, he's your only person who can possibly do it.
Yeah, true.
Oh wow!
Oh boy,
Do I need to roll spider sense?
that is
No.
just 4
Okay.
blocks out of ASM
Yeah,
before
well,
Spider
so.
Sense.
You know you're
Blocking
doing
it
good
with...
when you say the
You did,
phrase,
so
"Do
that's
I
not
need to roll
true.
spider
Yes.
sense?" Because you've rolled so good to begin
Oh
with.
yeah, that's brutal. Then if you could slide into him for 1 more damage, but
You know who
I
I
don't
am?
think
I'm
you're
taking
killing him at
2.
this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna chunk him, which is
Yeah,
Not even
not
anything.
super useful. He'll just walk away. I mean, he doesn't have mobility problems.
and
Okay,
he's
sit down.
indoming it. Jesus. Which I don't really like that indom, honestly. I'd rather save that for when someone's getting pushed off a point.
Oh, that's not me.
But I think Kenneth is in a strong enough position now that he can
Yeah, I
afford
think he
to...
knows he's doing fine.
Yeah.
I mean, once Juggernaut activates on that side, there's really no threat to. I mean, listen, Toad does Toad things, but realistically, I don't think he's got to worry about Toad.
Yeah,
Not
and
having a good game. All right.
Pyro is unlikely to be able to use pyrotechnics to push ASM off the point because he can just nestle in between Juggernaut and that terrain.
All right, let's see if I can do it right now. He does not have stealth.
So even if he gets the extract
Neither
off
of them
him,
have stealth. Ooh. Don't
he'll
like that.
Yeah.
unless he also kills
Oh,
him,
nice.
he'll still be on the point.
Very nice. You're gonna move here. Yep, sounds good. All right, hit and run.
Yeah, he had to, when I was playing Philly, he had to do a Hail Mary pyrotechnic against me to take it to a 7th round. I think I scored 20 something points, 25 or something dumb.
That's a lot. Yeah, there were a lot of crazy high scoring games at Don't Table Flip. Like round 1,
Yeah.
Brandon and Carlo, it was Wakanda versus Web Warriors. I think it was like 25 to 23.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We went 17-17, then I scored like 8 points the next round or something dumb, or 16.
that's wild. That's Bullseye just one-shotting Toad. Toad got to do exactly nothing this game.
It seems less good for Brotherhood currently. I'm not a MCP scientist or visionary, but I feel like that's bad.
I think that is pretty bad, yeah. Because
His
Kingpin
only
is just
activation is
getting
Pyro
to...
left.
and Mystique.
Oh, Mystique, okay.
Yeah.
Who is just hanging out on the board edge.
Yes. I mean, yeah, when
I mean, if he does
Kingpin
literally
gets...
nothing, he wins, right? 1, 2. ASM just has to walk forward 3.
Or even just like web swing, yeah.
Yeah.
You got Kingpin and Spider-Man?
Because, I mean, Mystique can go tie the bottom point with Lizard. Because Fury is, I think, still on it. I think that model
Well,
is Fury.
Kingpin's injured, right? So he doesn't have the Kingpin thing anymore, so she can tie the top point too.
She would win the top one, but that depends on activation order because Kingpin can just throw her off of it.
Oh, fair, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this move really doesn't get you anything unless you one-shot Kingpin.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's a beefy boy.
I think this has to be a Pyro active, just because, like... So let's see. Phil has Pyro Mystique. Kenneth has Kingpin and ASM. So Kenneth is going to have the last activation. Oh, man. So extracts right now are on ASM and Fury and Juggernaut. Is there one on the ground?
The one that was placed, that Fury placed, right? That got placed off of Black Cat. Did Lizard not pick that up?
I don't see one on his
No, that'd be
card.
Brotherhood.
I wonder if that's
I think there's one under
piece
Lizard.
of terrain?
I think it's under Lizard.
He's under Lizard? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That was where it got placed to.
Which is now everybody's forgot about. This is the 5D chess I didn't think about. I'll hide the objective tokens from my opponent.
Secret objectives.
Yeah.
So Kenneth needs 5 points to win.
Right, because we talked about Pyro or Toad going back to pick up that objective.
Right. Pyro picking up that objective doesn't do anything to stop Kenneth, because I thought Lizard threw... Lizard threw Mystique, that's it. So Fury is still on that point. So I guess Pyro could go pick it up, stand on the point, and then that point is tied. And
he gets 4 objectives? Do the
that
Grunts have
at
one?
least keeps the game going another round. The Grunts do not have one.
Oh no, Mystique. Sorry, Juggernaut, Mystique have one, and Fury has one. Okay, yeah.
Hail Marys like this. I don't think it's very good odds.
He's calling this a Hail Mary of some sort?
Yeah, I mean, this is just see if Mystique can kill Kingpin with one action.
Oh, he got high off that round 1 dice, dude. You can't
yeah, she got so close round 1, but you're not expecting that to happen.
You're like, oh man.
4. I'll take 1.
It's 4 into
Okay,
3.
apparently. Oh, 3. Sorry, it's still rolling 4 on 4 dice. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's a hot attack roll, but also a hot defense roll. When those spikes line up,
power
it
setting.
feels bad. For the attacker, at least. Feels great for the defender. And that's just another 1 onto Kingpin.
Takes 1, okay.
So...
That's kind of how Hail Marys work.
Yeah. He's going with Kingpin, which I think, like, this is a safe play, because I think even though, yeah, if Pyro goes back, the game will go another round, but you're pretty much guaranteed to win the next round.
Absolutely.
I'm a gambler, and I think I'd be going with Amazing Spider-Man and just web swing onto the point, kick Pyro twice, and if I kill him, the game just ends.
Yep.
Although Eye in the Sky is up, so maybe that isn't a good idea, because he just Eye in the Sky's out.
Does Eye in the Sky work on anybody? You just have to have Fury?
Fury can use it on himself.
Well, I mean, anybody else can. Friendly model, ally model.
Oh, yeah, anyone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so no, this is the better... Knowing Eye in the Sky is up, this is the better move, because then if Pyro gets out, he can Pyrotechnics, take the extract off ASM.
Not a crit. They did. He's too far away, so...
Alright, so this was, I think, a Hail to the King into Mystique, which, because I see the stagger token up there, threw her into the Grunts. Grunts died. She took some amount of damage, and looks like she found an extract somewhere.
She had it earlier.
Oh, right, she got it off Kingpin round 1. Yeah, she's had that. You're right.
So she used her karate to prevent him.
I've got Pyro. Yep.
Yeah, so this if Pyro doesn't walk to the and grab that extract from under Lizard and tie that point, then I think the game just ends.
I don't think I can win this. No, you need like 15, I think. Yeah, I think I can get to 15.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he's just scoring out points, right? He has no extracts.
ASM has 1. So if he has all 4 secures and that 1 extract, that would be
5. That is how math works. That is correct.
So he needs to deny a secure.
Yep.
I don't think you get there, Pyro. But I could be wrong. I mean, there's parallax from the camera.
Yep. One of that.
Because I wonder if he's measuring 2 for a spend. He doesn't have enough power for the spender. So I don't
Wait,
know
there can't be an extract, right? There's 5 on the board. There's 5 collector, aren't there? ASM has 1 and he's got 4 already.
No, Phil's only got 3. Fury has 1, Juggernaut has 1, Mystique has 1.
Okay, yeah, sorry, yeah. That one still has to be under Lizard.
It must be under Lizard.
Yeah, I bet he forgot about it.
Yeah. There's not really anywhere.
Okay.
So pyrotechnics.
You're literally on the edge, which is fine. I mean, this was the point.
So okay, he's got that extract off him for now.
And I guess attack you. I got 1 power, so we'll do the 5 die energy.
Spider-Man, no power. I would walk away.
3.
I guess, or at least not attack. I don't know. Giving him power seems bad.
Yeah, especially... Well, the most likely outcome from this is ASM takes no damage and gets a power from a crit.
Right.
And if he's on 1 power, that doesn't mean a whole lot, but he took 1 damage. Okay. Yeah, so effectively... Nothing there. So I would just, as ASM, I would just be kicking Pyro. If you get the dice combo, you get to throw yourself into Juggernaut, be on the point. Okay, so yeah, that's what's happening. And if you get a power, you get to web swing into the point.
Block 1, I take 4. Okay, I did get my momentum trigger.
Yeah, he got the momentum trigger.
After this attack was
Yeah, it's gone.
To place him within one of the character, and that character.
Oh, 4 damage!
Yeah, he took 4.
One of Juggernaut.
And gets thrown into Juggernaut. He's on the point. If he kills Pyro and gets his extract back, then that's the game.
Okay, Juggernaut
Yeah.
upsides equal to you, or yes, it's Spider-Man. Okay, so he's a 2. Yeah, 3 damage. Go get Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Physical 4. Blocks 1. Would take 2. Spend 1. Take 1.
So Juggernaut is taking 1 damage from the throw.
I dealt 4 damage to Pyro, right? Correct. Okay, so I'll get 4 power, and then I roll the crit, and we'll get 1 extra. Sounds good.
That gives him exactly enough power. Or actually, no, I think his spender got reduced to 4 power. So he does have power to spender and still pick it up. Yep, there it is.
Okay, I'm going to spend, hold on.
Yeah. Although this will be the Eye in the
What's the
Sky.
range on that? It's range 2. Okay, yeah, I'm doing Eye in the Sky. Yep.
I don't think he can get out of range 3, though. So,
Not base to base, I don't think.
Yeah.
and he also still has web swing.
No.
Let's make sure that he gets his power back. Ooh, you'd want Phil to at least leave him within 1 of that for cover, maybe.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yeah, confirm he gets the action back. He does also get the power, because the power was not ever spent. So he should be web swinging, even if it's just in place to get the extra dice.
Dang.
But that'll get him anyway.
I'm
Anyways,
assuming you're picking it up.
Yeah, he picks it up, and that's game.
I think that might
there's your game. That is a fast game.
That was a quick one. We really knocked that out.
More to commentate on, to be honest. I think I talked more about Horseman than I did about Brotherhood.
11?
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you bring a pillow-fisted list against Kingpin, right? You either need super heavy displacement or super heavy killing power. And this Mystique team is so focused on the extracts, which is normally very good, but you need to combine it with one of those other 2 as well. Or else Kingpin's just going to get to exercise his game plan of being a potato standing in place and doing potato
Yeah, I needed to
things.
put another person there and tie it.
Yeah, the margin of error is just too small. You make one mistake, like round 2, you don't do like the perfect play of Juggernaut, and it just
right at 16.
spirals.
Yeah, I mean, going out without... Or I guess he did play Do You Know, and it got indomed.
Right? No, 3. Oh, there's the third one. Yeah,
Which I didn't see he did end on, so that's something.
Good game, man.
Yeah.
You had me sweating at the beginning.
Yeah, it started out well for Phil with that opening of Mystique into Kingpin, but I think that was his
But really,
only...
I think the biggest.
Yeah, that was his only days.
Her getting pushed out of double tap.
But just listen
Oh, no,
to
he
Phil.
did
He's
Black
just
Cat. He
happy.
did Black Cat.
Just a happy guy.
He's just a happy guy. Having a good time.
I just love it. It's the sort of
both-
sportsmanship that I am incapable of. And I
Both
like
of
it.
these guys are
I know if I
fantastic.
move Mystique up, I know about it.
I play against Kenneth in round 4, and that one's on camera, so you guys will get to see how that goes later.
You had 2 out of the 3 the same security.
Oh, I wonder. I bet it went poorly.
So I
we'll
was
find
hoping to
out.
get my.
I'm not giving any spoilers.
Yeah, it's a little bit better because then it messes with your points a bit.
Um,
Not much.
so yeah, there's a lot of Kingpin action on camera that you guys will get to watch.
I don't know. I might have.
I just mentioned Kenneth reappears. Next round is a Kingpin game as well. So
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to be on camera for legal reasons, maybe. I don't know.
because you're a lawyer,
At 16, I go Hulk Juggernaut.
no lawyers on camera.
It would have been a banger. All my games were good. You got to see some elite
My main goal is
Apocalypse play because I played all 2 games with him. So I mean,
and that's why
it's a loss for the public, really.
It is. Really, we're doing a disservice to you, the viewer, by not showing you any of Andrew's games.
Kingpin, of course. Right. Yeah, no, like I was like.
Post-mortem, I think we said everything that we could say. It's just,
probably better.
I don't know. It's kind of always on the back foot as far as what you can do here.
Yeah, Kingpin's
I
just
know
such a
they're
gear
discussing it
check.
at the end. Do what?
Kingpin's just such a gear check, and if you fail the gear check, then what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go sit on a point, and then when I played him round 2 or 3, and it's just I think luckily I killed him early. Oh, I won. No, I lost that game. I one shot him with Psylocke, and he recaled it and made me mad.
No.
Yeah, dude, I obliterated him with Psylocke and then recaled it to like 3 hits, and I'm like, this game sucks. I hate it. But recal should be illegal.
Well, I mean, it's one of the only good generic cards, which definitely means it's going away, right? Because AMG hates generic cards.
Oh, sure. So it's soon to be restricted. All good cards are restricted.
Yeah.
And it'll just be personal cards. I agree with you.
All right. Well,
Long
I don't think
fallback.
I have much more to say about this game. Do you?
No, man. Criminals are boring, and they there's nothing to say about them because they just sit their fat butts on points and throw you off it. And it's sad.
You need to just bring lots of violence to take a bite out of crime.
It's tough. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand how the Mystique Brotherhood team plays to really. You may know more than me, but I don't get them, to be honest.
I'm not totally sure. Like, I feel like I haven't played against a lot of good Mystique players. But I think the idea is that you're able to use the token to free up an extra model to go fight people on flanks that the other team can't necessarily afford while you're still scoring points, and then you've got all these people who are really good at controlling the extracts. But I know a lot of Mystique teams play a lot of Hulk, play a lot of Rhino, so you're bringing models that have a little bit more hitting power, and like Fury has a ton of hitting power, he just wasn't really able to bring it to bear where needed, right? So like,
well, even we talked about earlier where you want those grunts alive on turn 2. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
all right, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I got you.
Well, anyway, that was round 2 of Don't Table Flip. We'll have round 3 out for you soon, hopefully. Happy to have you back, and keep on not flipping tables. I don't have a sign off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't table. I didn't name it. But don't DTF. Whatever you want that acronym to mean. There you
Come
go.
to Austin, DTF. Bye, everybody.
Come to Austin next November.